Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's my movie review of The Tragedy of Macbeth, directed by Coen, starring Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. I'll discuss all attributes from movie direction, set design, cinematography, and so much more. It's all coming up next. So for those of you who vaguely remember Shakespeare from school and just thinking about Shakespeare or school period makes you want to pass out, here's the overall description of the Shakespeare play Macbeth. So basically, a brave Scottish general named Macbeth receives a prophecy from a trio of witches that one day he will become the king of Scotland. So he's consumed by ambition and the actions of his wife, and Macbeth does some things that I won't say specifically for non-spoiler reasons, and he takes the Scottish throne for himself. He's then wrecked with guilt and all kinds of crazy paranoia. Now, The Tragedy of Macbeth movie, directed by Coen, is an adaptation of Shakespeare's Macbeth. You okay? You're on the right track? You understand what's going on? Okay, good. It's Coen's first film without his brother Ethan, who he's co-directed several movies with for a very long time. The duo made dramas like Fargo, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and so many others. Now, this film stars Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand in the lead roles of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. It's so obvious that in this film, he wanted to capture the feeling of an onstage theater play, yet take advantage of the evolution of film special effects. The casting in this movie is absolutely refreshing. It's refreshing to see such a diversified, crisp, talented cast. Catherine Hunter, Corey Hawkins, Bertie Cavall, Alex Hassel, Harry Mellon, Brendan Gleeson. That's only a few names, okay? Casting director Ellen Chenoweth has worked with Coen before, so she knows such a powerhouse case. You can't just blend anyone with Frances or Denzel. They're classically trained thespians, and they're blending that with theater legends. It's a must. You can't water down Shakespeare with this team that they have put together. This cast alone holds winners of Golden Globes, Oscars, Juilliard graduates. I mean, I could go on and on. Let's talk about this cinematography, okay? Hands down, this is the crust of the entire movie. In all of my movie reviews, I do not leave out the topic of cinematography. Cinematography and the score of a film can make or break a movie. That's just my opinion. The director of photography for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Mr. Bruno Del Bonel. Okay, he's absolutely amazing. He has been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Cinematography 3 times. Amelie, Harry Potter and the Half-Blooded Prince, A Long Engagement. I mean, he recently finished shooting Wide Eyes for director Tim Burton. He just has a true gift of displaying each scene as paintings. Literally, moments within each scene, to me, can be stopped, printed, and you could just display it as art on the wall. And he's from France, so of course I feel culturally that French influence when it comes to really showing the expressions, the passions and drama, it just bleeds through the camera. And he even notes that he used theater lighting and not film light. He was able to get those amazing close-ups so the audience can become engulfed in this scene. You feel like you can't escape in the moment. Your attention is completely locked in. Music. As I mentioned before, the score of a film can break a film completely. Carter Burwell surely delivers in this. He's done several film scores for Coen and the Coen brothers. So just to name a few, he did Fargo, No Country for Old Men, and Burn After Reading. That's just a few. If you've seen those movies, the movies give you an intense calm. Music in that format gives more intimidation and anticipation from the audience, because you don't know when you're going to hear the next violin string pluck or bass or trombone. You don't know if you can breathe, because you're hanging on to every single sound, and the acting that is attached with it, the timing and just his style of music. He knows how to embody darkness, strings of curiosity. He's just absolutely amazing. Set design, color, and costume design. When you film in black and white, your costume and set design is just so critical. They were able to add texture and layering to allow depth, warmth, cold, differentiating if is it day, is it night, is it wet, is it dry? It's this depth, this sense of deep being in a mystical place. It's chilling in a beautiful way. The set design is so abstract and sharp. Your eyes know where to look. And if there is a special effect, it brings a sense of, oh, what was that? You ever just take a picture on your phone and you make it black and white? It's never flattering at first because you got shadows all over the place and maybe there's some imperfections over here. It's not what you wanted to display. And then you just delete it and you realize that you're not Bruno Deminel. You just delete it. It's a wrap. Visual effects, the difficulty in blending set design with visual effects is a task for a team that is inimitable, because once the audience can figure out quickly what parts of the set are fake, like just blatantly just fake, it's a wrap. Your audience is just lost after that. In this film, they blend seamlessly those two things. Kudos to Adam Lemke and Michael Huber. Just amazing. My review of this film, for those of you who are new to my channel, I do not review a film just based on if I liked or disliked the ending, if I like someone's hair, blah, blah, blah. I have a motto when I review films. I decide if all of the attributes within the film, acting, directing, score, lighting, etc., were executed well to explain the plot. Period. I had to make sure, and it's something that I want you to do too. I had to make sure I disassociated previous play depictions from this adaptation movie. So just a little example. So there are several different movie depictions of Batman. You got Christopher Nolan and Matt Reeves, who have more of a dark, dramatic viewpoint, while others can make a lighter comic book style like Tim Burton did in the 1989 Batman movie starring Michael Keaton. So that's just a little example. So you have to differentiate different styles, different methods, different ways that writers, directors, and people in charge of cinematography can do things. So separating what I saw in high school, or maybe went to Broadway and saw the play, you want to pull that away and say, hey, this is film. And what is this film going to communicate to me? Once I made sure to view this movie disconnected from play adaptations, I knew that I would enjoy this film. Now, let's keep it real. In the plays, majority of the time, we're used to all white cast with certain speech dialects. It's highly likely that people will view this movie as, quote, not up to par with thespian stage presence, which is crazy because you have thespians, senior thespians in this movie. Gladly, majority of the cast are seasoned and they're accomplished. And there are a few rookies to film, but a lot of the actors have evolved in all of these different aspects. It's totally a masterpiece. It's very vindicating. I love seeing a movie that's vindicated in when it comes to film, because especially after seeing a few crappy films here and there. So I predict that this movie will get Oscar nods all over the place for leading and supporting actress, especially for Denzel and Frances, and wins without a doubt. I mean, hands down, they got to win for visual effects, set, and costume design, because it's just absolutely amazing. So notes to the audience, you guys, for those of you who are interested in watching it, and I encourage you. Now, some of you will find the movie hard to follow as the tongue is in Elizabeth English. Instead of you, they say thou. Instead of y'all, they say thee, thy, thine, yea. You know, you get my drift. Although I do feel that the tongue isn't too difficult that you couldn't understand anything. It's not like you're looking at anime in Japanese with no subtitles. I mean, I believe in your brain. You know, I have confidence that you'll get it. There's a mixture of Elizabeth English with some notes of modern tones in the voice, which makes you feel less disconnected from what's going on. You feel that there's a connection of the past and the present mixing together. So that's my review. Watch the movie, check it out, and take a break to challenge what you would normally watch. I wouldn't be surprised that after you watch the movie, you'll be inspired to read more about the play. For a lot of us, it's been a long time since we've been, reviewed any deeper conversation of understanding Shakespeare's writing. So it also may help you to have a better appreciation for theater and theater actors. I actually recommend watching this movie twice. Watch the movie twice with no subtitles, no distractions, just to get the true raw emotion of the film. And then watch it again with some subtitles that may help you kind of understand more in depth of what they're saying, especially if you've never read the play, because if that's the case, you're gonna be lost and you're like, I don't know what's going on. But it doesn't take a genius to figure out that this movie is absolutely spectacular and everything in it is just done perfectly. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Okay, make sure that you share this video with friends and family. Make sure that you click on the video at the end so you can see what I'm recapping and reviewing for this year of 2022. What's scheduled? Let me know what you think. Comment below. Go see it. Come back, comment. Write if you don't want to watch it and why. What are the reasons why? In the meantime, in between time, make sure that you come back to the channel. Share this with family and friends. Take care of yourself and each other.